So I'm sure it's going to taste good as well. Oh yeah. Oh, that's lovely. You just get the hit of spice and richness right at the back of your throat. Hi everyone and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make this delicious chocolate bean chilli. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make a bean chilli. I'm hoping this recipe is going to be fairly easy, and I'm also hoping it's going to be very tasty. I've never made a savoury vegan dish with chocolate in before. I've made meat dishes and they always turn out beautifully, so I thought I'd try today with some beans and some vegetables and see how I go. I'm currently cooking off the quinoa to have with this dish, and what I've done is I've grabbed myself a large saucepan and I'm going to put that onto a high heat on my hob, and I'm going to add oil to the base of this pan, and then I'm going to leave this pan to heat up. But before I go, I just want to say that if you have enjoyed this video today and you'd like to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you did really enjoy this video, then please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions or any comments, then please feel free to leave those in the comments section below. Everything like that really helps me out and I would really appreciate it. So as I said, I'm going to leave this pan to heat up. The pan is getting hot, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a handful of tomatoes to the base of the pan. In the recipe that I will link in the description box below, it'll probably be about 3 to 4 handfuls because this recipe will serve 4 people, but I'm making this for just me today, so I'm just using a handful of those. And then I'm just going to sear these off until the skin starts to crack around the outside. The skin of the tomatoes has started to split, and they're also starting to, the skin of the tomatoes has started to split. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 onion to this. So I've just got a small onion and a couple of cloves of garlic. In the original recipe, the recipe below, I will use a couple of cloves of garlic and probably a slightly bigger onion. And then I'm just going to add those to the base of the pan like so. And I'm going to fry these along with the tomato until the onion starts to soften. The onion has started to soften, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 1 stick of celery with the leaves as well. If you haven't got the leaves for the celery, then don't worry too much, it doesn't really matter. You could add red pepper to this dish as well, or courgettes if you wanted to. I don't have any of those today, which is why I'm using a stick of celery. But yeah, any sort of leftover veg that you have in the fridge would be great in this dish, I think. You could grate the courgette in as well, so you get a bit more of a creamy, sort of like a smoother sauce if you wanted to as well. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add in a little bit of bone broth as well. Not too much, probably about 100 ml or so, just to get everything from the bottom. And then I'm going to add in my spices as well. I'm going to turn the heat down on that a little bit. So I've got a teaspoon of mild chilli powder that's going to go in. And then I've got a teaspoon of ground ginger, or just about a teaspoon of ground ginger. And then I've also got a teaspoon of ground cumin as well. That's going to go in. Can't do a chilli without a bit of cumin, can you? And then I've also got about half a teaspoon of ground sweet cinnamon. If you can't get ground sweet cinnamon, then ground cinnamon will do. And then a little bit of oregano as well, probably about a teaspoon of oregano as well. And then I'm going to add salt and pepper to that. And of course I will add my chocolate in a moment as well. And I just want to cook this down and try and squash the tomatoes before I do. So what I'm trying to do is just squash the tomatoes in, so it gives it a bit more of a tomatoey flavour, and all the juice comes out as well, like so. So I've squashed most of those down on the bottom of the pan. And then I'm going to add a tiny bit of chocolate to this. So probably about 1/4 of a teaspoon. And this will just add a lot of flavour to it. And it will hopefully help to thicken the sauce a little bit as well. So I'm just going to add that in like so. And I'm going to mix that round. Oh, look at that colour. It looks amazing. And then I'm going to add the beans in. So I've got about 125 grams of pinto beans here. Pinto beans are packed with protein as well. So if you need a bean that's packed with protein, then this is your man or woman or whatever you want to call it, or your bean. And I'm just going to add those to the base of the pan. And I'm going to mix that around like so. And then I will add a little bit of rocket to that as well. You could add spinach if you wanted to, or I think they call this arugula in, which is a bit more of a sensible name in America, isn't it? Arugula rather than rocket. But anyway, this is called rocket. But if you wanted to add any other greens to this, then you could. As I said, spinach would work really well in here. Or green beans if you wanted to. That would be delicious too. I'm just going to mix those around like so. My quinoa is almost done, so I will serve some of this and I will try it and let you know how it tastes. But right now this smells really good. As you can see, I've served up and I will try some. It smells really good, so I'm sure it's going to taste good as well. Oh yeah. Oh, that's lovely. You just get the hit of spice and richness right at the back of your throat. That's lovely. I also thought that this would be a really nice dish to serve at Easter as well. If you are a vegan or you've got vegans coming for lunch or dinner at Easter time, then this would be a really good dish to serve, I think. So yes, I'm just going to have a little bit more and then I'll sign off because it's that good. I have to eat it again. And I'm really looking forward to having this for my lunch today. That's how you make this delicious chocolate bean chilli, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be having this for my lunch today and it smells and tastes so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching and I look forward to you watching my next video.